Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Darth Cinema, and I'm here to bring you quick news. No, I am not dead. I have just had finals repeatedly kicking me in the ass, but with about 2 to 3 weeks left in the semester, hopefully I'll be able to get back onto videos. And with all the good movies coming out that I'm actually planning to go see with my friends this year, we got Civil War, we have Independence Day Resurgence, we got the Purge election year, and those are the three at least we're planning to see right now. Any that are coming out later, it's kind of an afterthought at this point. But those are the three we're planning to see. Mostly I'm just planning to see the Purge election year because screw it. I actually liked the Purge 1. I know it makes no sense whatsoever, but I just, it's a popcorn horror or thriller film, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, moving on, I have a little bit of bad news for Marvel fans. Unfortunately, Inhumans has been removed from the Phase 3 release schedule across the board here. This is coming from a Box Office Pro who is essentially saying that Marvel has removed Inhumans from the release schedule for Phase 3. And the popular opinion right now is that it will be moved to Phase 4, which a lot of people behind the scenes are saying is going to be very different. At least from Kevin Feige, it says that Phase 4 will be very different from what we know now. And I'm actually not surprised, seeing as how the Inhumans are currently being pushed in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and given that 2 movies have been added to Phase 3 schedules that they did not take into account before, that being Spider-Man Homecoming and Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was no surprise that one of these films was going to get pushed back. It was really, in all likelihood, it was either going to be Captain Marvel or it was going to be Inhumans. And seeing how the recent push has been for Black Widow movie or something, or a film with a female superhero, obviously Wonder Woman's going to get there first, and I hope Wonder Woman's movie is good because she was actually one of the few things I actually liked about Batman v Superman. One of the things I'm like, yes, you actually did it right. Thank you so much. It's still a very big weight on Marvel's shoulders to try and get this right, especially doing Carol Danvers, who is one of the most famous iterations of Captain Marvel. I'm kind of glad they're going with Carol, not the new Kamala Khan, because I just don't think... I mean, we have a young Spider-Man. I mean, the guy's 19, 20... 19 or 20, who's Tom Holland, who's playing Spider-Man. I just couldn't imagine a little kid. I just don't know how that would fit into this whole into the MCU, though I could be wrong. I mean, I could definitely be wrong on that front. I mean, I've been wrong before. I thought Ben Affleck was gonna suck as Batman, but you've heard it here first, guys. I'm wrong about that one. I actually liked him as Batman. But anyway, When I'm looking at the release schedule, there are 10 films scheduled for Phase 3, with 3 untitled Marvel movies on May 1st, July 10th, and November 6th, 2020. Now, I think those 3 untitled Marvel movies are not going to be Phase 3. I honestly think that those are going to be Phase 4 films. Because anything more than 10 films for Phase 3 sounds like a bit of a stretch, especially since everything, Infinity War Part 2 on May 3rd, 2019 sounds like a great way to end Phase 3. And Phase 3 is pretty much the end of an era for the MCU, considering it will have been the culmination of 11 years of planning. In over 20 films, I believe, at that point, because Civil War is 13. So yeah, we'll be well over 20 films leading up to Infinity War. So it's a huge undertaking, and definitely the big question is, where do you go after that point? I have no idea, because Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet is a huge battle. And I'm not going to be pretentious and say that I know everything about the Marvel Universe. I don't. But I mean, I would love to see more mystical enemies. Over like it'd be really neat to go from a cosmic enemy like Thanos to a very mystical enemy. I don't think they're gonna do Dormammu. Dormammu, I think they're gonna keep as a Doctor Strange villain. Maybe Mephisto if we ever get a Ghost Rider Netflix series. Perhaps that'd be a great way to tie in. You could do Mephisto. Mephisto has also been a enemy of the Avengers. If Fox decides to actually give the rights to the Fantastic Four, utilize the villains, utilize people like Kang the Conqueror, who's a fantastic Avengers villain. If Baron Zemo is being introduced in Civil War, I have not seen the film yet, but if they're going to do Masters of Evil, that's another thing you can do, at least for an Avengers movie. But I mean, as far as like what could possibly top Thanos, I don't even know at this point. I mean, the sky's the limit here for Marvel. I mean, they could always even come up with a brand new enemy, which is doubtful, but I would actually like to see Feige and the rest like kind of dig around in their minds and come up with a new villain that we've never seen before. And I know like when I say that, I get like the flashbacks to Iron Man 3, which it's kind of like that's like the big question mark for me, Iron Man 3 as far as the MCU goes, because it's like I'm pretty firm on Iron Man 1 and 2. I like Iron Man 1. I immensely enjoy Iron Man 1. I think it's a ton of fun and it's a good adventure film, but it's a good action adventure movie. But Iron Man 2, I feel, had the same problems as Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. It was more focused on setting up what was coming, like the motivations for future movies, instead of finishing the motivations for this movie, and which is why I kind of didn't like Iron Man 2 that much. I felt it was more of a Tony Stark film than it was an Iron Man film. There really wasn't much to it. At least that's just me. I know people who actually do like Iron Man 2. But whatever. Iron Man 3 is very polarizing for me because as a movie fan, I like it. I think that the action's good. The dialogue's good. It fits very well within the rest of the Iron Man films, and it builds off of what happened in the Avengers very well with Tony's PTSD. But as a Marvel fan, I cannot stand what they did to the Mandarin. They did rectify this mistake in All Hail the King, which is the Marvel short where they said that there was a real Mandarin out there. But I actually went to my friends and I said, you know, it's sad when Iron Man Armored Adventures, a cartoon on Nickelodeon, does a more faithful adaptation of the Mandarin than your blockbuster movie. Seriously, guys, if you haven't seen how that Mandarin looks in Iron Man Armored Adventures, regardless of what you feel about the show, I think the Mandarin looked fucking amazing. Especially how they weaved the whole plot with the 10 rings throughout the both seasons, and that actually factored into the to the series finale. I really hope Disney ends up picking that back up, because I'd like to see where we could go from here, especially given the possibilities they introduced. They teased Captain America, and I would actually like to see an older Captain America with a younger Iron Man, just to see how those two personalities have clashed, and especially with Civil War. I mean, we've seen these two clash so many times. But getting back on topic, I like to go on tangents sometimes. But Phase 4, I feel, is the best place for the Inhumans right now, seeing as it will usher in a brand new age in the MCU. And what better way to introduce this new era than with characters that offer a fresh perspective? And given that we don't have mutants as of yet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is probably the best substitute at this point. And please, can we still have Vin Diesel doing Black Bolt? Please? I think he's the most badass person, and he can do it. Anyway, my name is Darth Cinema. If you have any cool thoughts about Inhumans, please put them in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the future of the MCU? Are you looking forward to what lies ahead in our future? Please comment below. Please be respectful as well to anyone who has a differing opinion. I don't want fanboy wars here. I know it's probably going to happen. But the thing is, I'm sick of this. As you guys saw with a video I did a while back, I'm really sick and tired of the whole fanboy wars. It's dumb. It really should have no place in this comic, this world that we live in, where we should be happy that we have these characters here. If the movie is well done, that should be the only concern we have. But on that note, I hope you guys have a great night. My name is Darth Cinema, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, and I'll see you later.